to schools, and we played. This is the little kids, like the first in kindergarten, and that's like the elementary. And we played Duck, Duck, Goose, and in Spanish it's Pato, Pato, Barncle.
Now, is this a public school or a private school?
Public. No, private.
No?
Public.
It was public. Talk about public school there. How far can you go to school for free in Honduras?
For free, you can only go to 6th grade for free, and the rest you have to pay.
So if your parents don't have a lot of money, and you know you're going to go to 6th grade and you're going to start working. You don't go past 6th grade. So,
We did education.
well, hold on. Go back to the school for a minute. Who was our translator? Is there a picture of him?
In the car.
Sammy. Let's go back to the school.
That's Sammy in red.
In
The red shirt sitting next to me. And how old is he?
12.
Yeah, he's only 12, and
He said it took him from kindergarten to 8th grade. 6th grade to learn English.
yeah, so he knows English, and now he goes to a private school because he can't go to public school. Now, this is a public school. This is important. I want you to know something. In America today, you can't go into a public school and talk about Jesus. And when we pulled up to this school, I asked the pastor, Pastor Allen, that was with us, was it okay for us to, we wanted to honor them, we wanted to help them and give them, what are some things that we gave them?
School supplies, journals,
Notebooks, pencils.
crayons.
But we wanted to not, disobey any rules that they had, and he said, you can talk about whatever you want to talk about. So we got to tell them about Jesus in a public school, which is awesome. Okay.
That's the kindergarten and 1st grade. That's when we are passing out all the school supplies.
And you see that's one room? Can you see it's not very big?
That's the teacher of the kindergartners in 1st grade. She had 22 kids,
Yeah, all by herself she had 22 kids.
but they weren't crazy.
Tell them about how thankful they were when we passed out. Did they just run up to y'all, or how did you do it?
When we passed out all the stuff, they would either get in a line or just stay down and wait patiently.
And then what did they say? She had taught them some English. They said thank you in English. They knew that we were coming. They were very thankful. All right. Now we're going to talk about Vacation Bible School a little bit. Next.
That's when we were getting ready to do all the crafts and things.
Okay, who wants to talk about I don't remember who's supposed to talk about this. There's a man. Does anybody know anybody know Coach Thacker? Goes to our church, Coach Thacker. He has a friend that makes these homemade wooden toys. Go ahead, Abigail. Yes, just go show them what it does. Now to y'all, to American kids, that may not be anything special. That's pretty cool, right? Coach Thacker's friend made about 200 of these. They're homemade out of wood. And we packed them up and brought them, and then each kid at VBS got one of those toys. Just hold it up real high, we can see. It's made out of wood and a string.
See how the top is one piece, and this is your piece you used, and it's made out of a shoelace. See a shoelace with a little round dowel? And they work wonderfully. James has played with it, and he's timed it up to 2 minutes that it will go on tile. See, this is a rubber mat, but on tile, this will go for up to 2 minutes. This top will spin.
So that was a blessing. That was a real special present for those kids to get. Okay, so talk some more about Vacation Bible School.
We would sing some songs, and we did a Bible story, and then we would do a Bible lesson, and they would do crafts, and then at the end we would all play. And James and my cousin Micah would play soccer with the boys.
What do they call soccer down there?
They call soccer football.
They call it football. They're talking about football. They're not talking about football like they're talking about football because they kick it. That's soccer. All right, so we did BBS, and then what's next?
That was
Melodies of Hope. This was a Saturday ministry we did on Saturday with the pastor.
and Pastor Roderick came over with these kids and teach them guitar every Saturday for 4 hours. And most of these kids had one parent or no parents. And my uncle gave them another guitar for them to practice guitar. And Hope Coffee gave them tile and clean water to take a shower and get forward.
What else did you all do? Remember about that?
Well, and they always are eager, and if you compliment anything with them, they'll just give you whatever they have and what you complimented on.
So you understand, if you tell a little child in Honduras, if you go up and say, oh, I think that's so cute, which I have a habit of doing. You know, I give lots of y'all sugar and I tell you how handsome or beautiful you are. They will give you that toy or that possession, even if it's the last possession they have. If you admire it, they will give it to you. So one of the first things they did for us in training was say, don't tell them that their shoes are cute, or don't tell them that their shirt is cute, because they will physically give it to you. And one of the mistakes that I made was this little boy came up and he showed me a toy. And I said, oh, that's so cute. Well, he chased me around to give it to me the whole time. And I said, oh, it's okay. And he just would not stop until we finally said, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. And we accepted it. But then I gave it back to the director and said, please, you know, honor him by giving it back to him. Because, see, I had made a mistake. That was a cultural mistake. You know, when you learn in history about how we have cultural differences, I had made a mistake. I thought I was just telling him it was a cute toy, but it may have been his only toy. And he was eager to give it to me. He was just literally chasing me around to give it to me. And it would be dishonoring him if I didn't take it, because he wanted me to have it, even though it was probably one of his few toys. Rachel, she got to play with, she played with kids the whole time. And James, the kids, they're very attracted to the American kids. When they played a game, they wanted to play with the American children. So when they played a game, they played Duck, Duck, Goose.
And Miss Ladina.
James, who did they pick every time? Most of the time.
Most of the time, they picked me or Rachel or Abby or any of our Miss
Howard. Yeah.
Yeah. Josh's mom was on the team, and poor thing, she ran and ran and ran because she was in the circle of Duck, Duck, Goose, and they would pick her, and she would have to jump up and run and run and run. And after about 15 times, we took her out of the circle because we felt like she might collapse.
And at the Melodies of Hope, we handed out gift bags with bubbles and goldfish and
And a lot of them had never seen bubbles before. Yeah, and remember the goldfish? They didn't know what it was. They had never seen goldfish crackers. And we had to explain to them that you could eat them. It was a snack. They had never seen that.
But didn't know.
Didn't know. It's amazing how blessed we are. Okay, let's talk about Hope Coffee. Like I told you, Mark, my brother, lives down there in Honduras. And one thing that I've tried to do is to, instead of always just giving people things, to give them skills to help themselves. And coffee is grown in Honduras anyway. And one thing I've learned about coffee is the best coffee, and you can tell your parents that drink coffee this, is grown way up high in the mountains. And so Mark and some others have figured out that why don't we use something that's already there in Honduras and buy it and sell it and use that money to help people, to do mission work.